Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. We're about to overthrow the government, so if you like that, remember to like and subscribe and we'll just jump into it. Oh? Oh, it wants me to... I have to redo this whole part. There we go. We read that. Okay. Catch Mars's eye, and she nods in solidarity. You've planned this for so long, and now it's your chance to strike. While everyone is watching, if you can get the entire council to speak out against Lum today, maybe the rest of the colony are ready for a change. Anyone is better than Lum, even a teenager. The governor raises his hand for science, though it's largely unnecessary. Pioneers of V, we stand here today, not shivering and quaking in fear, but with our hands around our neck of the planet itself. Before he could continue, Mars leaps on the set and runs in front of the stage. A ripple of fear goes through the crowd, and you all remember what happened when Utopia last year. It doesn't have to be like this. We don't have to listen to him. He's just a bully with a gun, like the ones we left behind on Earth. I'm gonna join her on stage. Put yourself between her and Lum to honor guard. She flashes a giddy, grateful smile and then turns back to the crowd. She points to the governor. This man has made you think that the only way to survive is through violence. He's just a soldier, not even a good one. Violence only makes small, weak men feel powerful. She turns to the council. He's not powerful. We're powerful. We broke free of Earth. We broke free of war and bigotry and inequality. And we can break free of him too. Please stand with me. Reject Lum and bring a new era, a colony led by someone born among the stars. She holds her hands to her chest. Me, I can lead this colony. Governor Mars is the future. The buzz of the crowd is deafening. The swarm of bugs all chirping together. Some of the council members are nodding, but it isn't unanimous. This is bullshit. Two children say they can lead a colony. What's their first order of business? Taco Tuesday? Soy sweet for dinner? Have your stupid vote. We'll let the council decide. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see the guards and their weapons lowered, just waiting. Some of them look as interested in the change in leadership as you. You have the council behind you. Even Lum supports the military could fall into line. And you might just win. Let the council vote. The council stands to deliberate amongst themselves and one other person too, Edic. The former governor is unsteady on her feet. She looks at you and Mars, then nods. She see her exchange words with the council. The council deliberates. You and Mars clasp hands tensely, waiting for their decision. Tensely await their decision. The council shuffles off the side to deliberate. To your relief, they come to a decision quickly. They must all be unanimous, or the centrist of the colony won't rise against Lum. After a minute, Instance looks up at the group and shouts, "Someone get that man off that stage!" Lum starts to laugh and stops when he realizes that his own honor guard is coming up onto the stage to cart him away. Wait, he says, as his arms are held against his back as he's taken off stage. You can't do this. I'm governor. I'm the leader of this god-forsaken colony. You search the crowd for a hint of dissent. The soldiers are uneasy, but everyone else looks tired and relieved. You can't believe that all it took was a few kids to point out the obvious. The council returns to their position and Instant remains standing. We decided to reward these young patriots for their bravery by accepting their bid for leadership. On a trial basis, we're pleased to recognize our new governor. Marzipan. Mars shrieks and jumps up and down, then gives you a big hug. We did it! We really did it! Thank you, Ophelia. Mars releases you and waves at the crowd as they cheer her name. She looks overwhelmed, but bursting with happiness. Seek shuffles forward and directs Mars to her place and hand on chest and repeats after them. Watch the swearing-in ceremony. Mars swears on the honor to act as the best interest of the colony and to uphold the tenets of the V group, peace, understanding, and harmony with the planet and each other. Not just for herself, but for generations to come after her. It's official now. Lum is old news. You won. The two factions of the colony regard each other carefully. On one side, those who went along with Lum out of fear, either him Either of him or V are cautious, unsure what to do now that their leader's been disposed. On the other, the peaceful factions can't quite believe their nightmare is over. Mars sees this and directs Lum's military band to start playing something festive. I know we've been through a lot, but we've been through worse. Tonight, let's just enjoy being together again. Let's eat, dance, and celebrate. After the politicking is over, the crowd adjourns to the feast tables and eventually the dance floor. The sun sets on a long day, the heat breaks, and the party continues well into the night. Yay! It's not going to end good because the beginning of the game. But we can overcome this. I believe in Mars. We weren't on a politic route. It couldn't have been us. Could not have been us. After the festivities, Mars gives everyone 2 whole weeks off for a much-needed rest. She spends the time meetings with every colonist individually and does a lot to endear her to the people who still hesitate about having a teenager as governor. We are here living our best life. Thank God. What do you have to say? I'm already thinking about my next game. Should I make a sequel to the first one or something different? Oh, maybe I'll write a romance game. Ophelia, don't look at me weird. Just because I don't know about sex stuff doesn't mean I can't write good romance. Some things are universal. I mean, I guess. Ange is hunched over her workstation, the heels of her hands pushed against her eyelids. When she raises her head as you approach, she quickly blots the corner of her eyes, and sniffles. What is it? Have you heard from Dis? I haven't. And I don't know where to find him. You catch Nimi around... What, Ophelia? Does someone need me? No. Okay, we're just making sure anybody gets to say anything about anything. What do you gotta say? I'm not tired. A warrior never gets tired. I'm just conserving energy for battles ahead. Okay. Good for you. What do you have to say, Rex? Ooh, I can help you build something. Actually, I'm working on something right now, Rex says, producing a hollow projector. It looks so familiar. Wait, it's a hollow projector you use to watch Viz in on the crash. It's been broken ever since the crash was destroyed. I was hoping you could help me fix this up. I want to have an outdoor movie night. You help Rex bring the hollow projector back to life, then help him make an outdoor theater for it, complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. Aunt Anne provides the snacks. Rex looks at you with pride. We just have to figure out what to play for opening night. Oh, you have more to say? Hello? You follow the sound of laughter and find Nami and Rex playing catch. Or maybe the word for the game they're playing is more like fetch. Nami throws the ball as far as they can and Rex tears after it, climbing and leaping over anything in his way, like it's not even there. Rex hands the ball back to Nami, and Nami winds up to throw it again, but at the last second, they palm the ball and hide it under their arm. Rex barrels off away from Nami with his ground-eating stride and gets pretty far away before he stops and looks around confused. He looks back at Nami, who waggles the ball at him and bursts out laughing. Nami! He shouts, running back to them. He picks them up and hauls them over his shoulder, and Nami shrieks with delight as Rex spins them around. 2 little kids in their crisp uniforms pass by, glaring archly at Nami and Rex. Rex sets Nami down and then spots you over Nami's shoulder. Well, hey, it's Ophelia, he says, and Nami turns around and gives you a stunningly bright smile. Rex slings his arm over Nami, and Nami lays their head on his shoulder. They're both breathless and beaming with happiness. Did I miss something? Are you two dating? Yeah, that. Rex and Nami look at each other and make twin sounds of disgust. What? No, not at all, he exclaims. Nami's practically my sibling. He tightens his grip around Nami's shoulders. I mean, I love them, I really do, but not like that. Nami sticks her tongue out. I don't like anyone like that, but I love Rex too, but he's my best friend. Aw, buddy, Rex coos and wraps his whole body around Nami's smaller one. He kisses them noisily on the cheeks, snuffling into their hair, while Nami shrieks with laughter again. We were always the odd ones out in the heliopause. People thought we were weird, you know? You probably don't see it because everyone is awesome here, but compared to the rest of those smug, boring jerks, we're really stuck out. But I'd rather be different than be like them. He looks down at Nami, who beams up at him, and I gotta be different with my best friend, which was awesome. We just hung out together in our own fun while everyone else trained to be proper soldiers. Right, Nami? Like Vase and all of his cronies. It wasn't all fun and games. Rex shushes Nami and strokes his hand through their hair. I know, but that's in the past. We don't have to grow up to be soldier. We're here now, and there's so many more people to be our friends, like Ophelia. Maybe more than friends. I can't help myself. Nami grimaces and makes a yuck noise into Rex's shoulder, but Rex smiles gets even bigger. Well, I wouldn't say no. No, not the dog. I mean, the dog. He's a dirty dog. Ay. Do I have to go look for this? Maybe explore nearby. Maybe that's where he is? Yes. You report to the expedition intent to find just Utopia, not just Utopia, but Chief Security Rhett and Vase here. I just can't spare any more of my people. You already pulled almost all of the foragers, and we're already running skit crews in the ridges as well. There's one person you could spare. There's one person you could spare. Hello, Ophelia. How'd you like to transfer onto one of my hunting parties? Utopia tells me you're one of the best explorers. We could use someone like you. I need someone who can keep up with the ones. Sure, I'd love to hunt. Good, I'm glad to hear it. But first, I need you to make sure you know your basics. Vase, bring out the Vriki? Aww. I caught this one myself. I'm adding it to the training zoo, so don't kill it. But feel free to give it a few pokes. Then tell me what are its weaknesses, its strengths. How do you defeat it in a fight? I'm gonna analyze it. I'm not gonna fight it. Oh, I probably should have fought it. That's better. 26 we can do. $31. You study the creature for a long time. It looks nervous, skittering from side to side and making a clicking noise. You throw a stick at it and it leaps up and grabs it with its mandibles. It angrily tears it in half and then glares at you. It's so cute. Actually, if I saw that in real life, it probably wouldn't be this cute, right? I'd probably be like, oh Lord. You do some more tests and think about the other times you've seen Vriki in the wild. It's one of the many creatures in Envy that seem to be more fungus than animal. You've seen them in all sorts of sizes, from little scruttlers to the size of your palm to jumping predators that towering nurse trees that are rooted in one spot. This one's awfully large, so it's probably agitated that it's been taken out of the wilderness at this point, and its life cycle. It probably wants to root soon. Good. Let's see if you're good at hunting. These as you are identifying them. Come join the hunting squad next month and we'll see how you do in the swamps. Okay. We can go around these, right? I'm coming to look for something. Let me get all this shit first. Is this the boss? How do I get down there? You hear a sad hiccup sound and follow it and find a sick hot-eye. It's hunched down low, its foot completely nestled under its body and shivering uncontrollably. I'm gonna try to take it home with me. $24 compared to $25. Why does it have a -1? Oh, this one becomes a 3. That's unchangeable. -3 from what? This becomes a 3? Or is it that one that becomes a 3? That's 21. 22. But what if I do this? $21. Compared to... I don't know what happened. 24 is fine. $28. The hot-eye hisses and tries to bite you, and it doesn't want to be touched. You throw your jacket over and then carefully pick it up and put it in your pack. You crack the zipper a bit and give it some fresh air. You keep the empty part of the geoponics barns. Every day, you bring it food and water and gradually nurse it back to health. Cal takes an active interest in the recuperation. Utopia says the hot-eye doesn't really have a gender. Or maybe she said they're both, and they're really social. So what are you gonna name it? Hop Solo. A vagabond, a scoundrel, a ruffian of heart and gold. Does that make you Ophelia Baca? Aw, gain 1 less stress, plus 1 bonus to pairs. Cal offers the hot-eye a piece of bobber fruit. Cute. Wow, we made friends. Oh. Our friend! It's our friend! You catch Cal at the gate of the gardens. He's carrying a big bucket of rocks. Hi, Ophelia, and hello to you too, Hop Solo. Hey, did you know that the opening of a new park near Geoponics? It'll be nice to have a calm place to rest in nature, but it's still safe inside the walls. I helped build it, and bring Hop Solo. He'll love it. Nah, nice. What do you get for it? Smiles more stress. I need the animal. Nemi can make a competition out of anything. Fastest lap, heaviest lift, most board broke skin, highest kicks, most time she wins too. She's a fierce competitor. Win. Wait, what is... It's the wet season. And his is mid-wet, so it's early wet, right? Oh, what do you have to say? Then you get a summon to report to command to Mars's new office. Oh, all right there, goddamn. You find her reclined in the captain's seat, formerly Governor Lum's chair, and idly flipping through notes on her holopalm. Mars waves away the holoscreen and leans back to consider you. Ophelia, just the rebel I wanted to see, but first, you're not going to lead a mutiny against me now, are you? Of course not. She stands and presses a kiss to each of your cheeks. That's exactly what I would say in your position. She turns and looks out the window and overlooking Colony. Actually, I called you here because I haven't had a moment to myself since V-Fest. We knew Lum was a piece of work, but every day I seem to uncover yet another problem he was just letting fester. And the department heads, half of them treat me like an interim governor. Good enough to out Slum, but not enough to stick around and do the actual work of a governor governing this colony. They'll come around. You're right, of course. I just wish I knew who I could trust. So they're so stuck in their old survival mindset, just surviving until the food runs out, or until the animals finally destroy the colony. Just survive until we can vote out Mars. I don't want my time as governor to be just about survival. She gestures you to come look out the window at the bustle of the colony below. I just wanted to thank you for everything you did to get me here. Far below, you watch teams gear up to head out the expedition. There's construction happening on the next phase of residential units. A group of toddlers, the first children born on V, cross the colony square like a herd of Hawkeye. Everywhere you see a bustle of thriving, healthy colony. It's all mine now. Can I trust you to help me? I need people around me who believe in me. But still tell me if I'm making the wrong decision. You can count on me. Thank you, Ophelia. I'm glad I have you. Well, duty calls. Thank you again for all your help. You always have a friend in high places. +2 to every other card. Sickening. I want to go try this hunt. Hunt in the swamps. Oh. Look down at the drone rifle in your hand. This is a big leaks. Finally, you're gonna get out there and take the fight to the enemy. No messing around out there. These animals are dangerous. They want to kill you, and probably as much as you want to kill them. Your job is to get them first. You two be size. And by not messing around, he means don't you go take risks. There will always be animals out there, but you're a lot harder to replace. And if you take down anything edible, tag it for reclamation so we can bring it back to the colony. Base is practically humming with excitement as he's beside you. But sir, shouldn't Ophelia stay back? It's pretty dangerous where I'm going. She might get hurt. You two are a good match. I want you to watch each other's back out there. Stay within transceivers range of each other at all times. You might not always be able to reach a colony or utopia, but you'll have each other. Never engage an enemy alone. We'll make a great team, right, Vase? Brett smiles and claps both on the shoulder. Good teamwork is key out here. Teamwork. I guess we'll make the best of it. I'm more of a lone wolf, but you're lucky. You're going to learn so much from me. Subsequent swamps are especially dangerous. Something here makes the beasties here all kinds of some kinds of ofickle. Could be the storms, but normally docile creatures are might more aggressive. And to be perfectly straight with you, there's some darn scary things out there in the swamps. I don't much love that we're sending you kids out there into the literal war zone. I've been to the swamps for all the war business, and it's a beautiful place, even if it's really spooky. It hurts my heart to see the soldiers tromping all over it. But I know teenagers can be just as capable as adults when it comes to surveying and hunting. You've got faster reflexes, stronger stamina than a lot of these older coggers. Just try to take your stupid risk out there, okay? Promise your honorary auntie. You're not my aunt, and I don't need a coward telling me what I'm capable of. Okay, Vase, you don't have to be a jackass 24/7. We get it, you're brooding, you're an asshole. It's my friend. I have a friend, and that's all that matters. Vase is just jealous he doesn't have a friend like mine. Right, baby? Let's see. The worst thing about hunting in the bogs is, well, the bog. You're up to your knees in sticky, clingy muds, sucking at your boots when you try to move. You're stuck. Let's build a bridge. You find some branches that seem light enough and strap them together using a tall grasses, making a kind of raft. You drop it on the muck where it sits without sinking. Then you make a second raft, walk at the end of the first one and drop it. Then you pick up the first raft and walk at the end of the second and drop it down. Continuing this way with your two rafts, you and Vase are able to cross without even getting wet. It takes forever, but it works. Well, Vase can suck a pee-pee for all I care. Okay, let's go back this way. We went this way. What's over here? Anything over here? What the fuck is that? You and Vase are marching through the densely forested area. Droopy goop willows seem to be melting into one another, forming an impenetrable mass. You can barely see anything around you as you pick your way forward. You thought you saw some movement out of the corner of your eye, but when you look, there's nothing there. You carry on down only path through the sticky goop willows until you finally open into a clearing. You're breathing a sigh of relief. Things were getting pretty claustrophobic in there. A moment of peace is rent of a growling, then a manticore pounces. I can beat the shit out of that thing. That's 28 or 29. $36. You know what? Does this work? If I put this here. And then that there. You take it by surprise, but it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of killing them before they can kill you. You can tell from the corpses of these manticore were young and underfed. They're probably desperate, and you want to try to take out you and Vase. They're beautiful in a way when there's nothing, when they're trying not to eat you. What's this? You and Vase are walking down a path made by some creatures, probably bush bubs. They like to make paths. What you find, though, isn't a bush bub. It's a snap bladder, a much more aggressive foe. You've seen nests of these things squirming around and crying out, trying to lure people into their hungry mouths. But this one is on the move. It's crawling across the path slowly. From its round, lumpy form, you wonder if it's pregnant. These things are a danger to surveyors and could potentially kill someone who fell into his brooding nest. They swell up so huge they can't move anymore, and instead of half burying themselves and lie in wait for prey to come too close. Ugh. You take this one on. It looks like... Look at his speech. I'm gonna analyze it. $25 or $24. It was 33. 30. That's fine. As long as we win. The creature seems uninterested in you, more concerned with getting where it wants to go. You're able to take a few really good readings on its biochemistry, even snagging a sample of its clear, gooey slime. You take a long vase, eventually just pulls out his plasma cutter and cuts it open. Here, now you can do an autopsy. You're welcome. The cut-open snap bladder carcass exhales a nauseous cloud of acid mist, stings your eyes and makes your lips tingle, but you're okay. And this gives you a chance to examine the insides too. Science. He's an asshole. And for what reason? I'm just seeing what's out here. Hello, friend? Down here. We're gonna go back to some of those. I'm just picking up all the goodies first. We obviously can't do all of these, but we can pick up all of the shit first. That is the boss. Let's go back a little bit. Do this one. A Unisaur has been following you in vase from the distance. You see it now and then out of the corner of your eye. It doesn't seem aggressive. It looks perfectly fed, so it isn't hunting you for food. It's pretty unusual behavior. I'm gonna befriend it. It doesn't act like a wild animal at all. More like an algorithm. It's not interested in your food, your soft cooing. Nothing can offer. It's unnerving and strange. It continues to back off and keeps precise distance from you in vase. When it sees you paying attention, it backs off further, then comes back to observe you. That's it. I've had enough. The presence of nature seems to unlock a new subroutine in your sort of instincts. It charges you. Vase, you're making things worse, dog. I can't fucking stand it. 25 to 28. To 28. I can't stand him. It's 21. $23 or 21. Okay. Do these have gems? That's what, 2 gems. So we put this down here. And then this like this. 5 and 6. There you go. It doesn't even defend itself. Bizarre. You and Vase kill it and it just dies like another perfectly ordinary Unisaur. Too bad their meat is talk as human. For an hour later, you notice a muckwalker watching you from the water. It dives back under and you point it out to Vase, but a few minutes later it's back again. Ugh, I'm sick of being spied on, he claims, and he stomps over the swamp edge, splashing the mud with brackish water. I can't... We're being spied upon. Utopia told you that usual docile creatures are aggressive here in the swamp, but they didn't expect to run into a pack of murderous hop-eye. Okay. But they're gonna attack me. Do the 32. 4, 4, 4, 4. What if we did that? 37, super gold. Ooh, combat. We don't need it. They're really quite harmless individuals, and they're so exhausted from having hopped all the way that they're easy to pick off. You killed those little hop-eyes. Vase You kill all those little hop-eyes. Vase does it with a kind of frightening joy. Vase, please! Stop being the bad guy. Electrical storms can be a real danger when you're slogging through a swamp, and not just because of the obvious. Something in the frisson of electricity in the air draws previous unseen creatures to the surface, and their behavior is strange and unknown. Something like a giant eel, electric eel, has surfaced here and is lifting a long antenna out of the water. It looks like it's trying to attract lightning. Maybe we should give it what it wants. Sure? The creature harmlessly absorbs electricity from Vase's glove. In fact, it seems to absorb it with a satisfied look on its wide, fishy-like face. And then it shoots electricity back at you. Everything wants to kill me! I thought if I gave it what it wants, it would, settle down? Sorry, I want this. 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 That's okay. And we'll do that, a little bit of that. Oh, I guess. Will this do anything? 34. What are we getting a -1 from? Is it better the way I had it? There we go. You kill it. You think. It sinks into the water so there's no trophy or even proof you did. Vase pouts and pulls off his stun gloves. What'd you get, Vase? What'd you get? Where is... I think I could do one more before we do that one. So we'll do this. A wide but shallow stream blocks your path here. If you just run up, it may be able to jump over it. Or there's a giant lily pad that might hold your weight. The tops are worn smooth as if animals in the area regularly use them as a bridge. Vase leaps over it. Come on, it's short stack. Sure, we'll jump over it. You land neatly on the other side and Vase laughs, giving you a high five. Thanks, Vase. You've been a jerk, but apparently we like jerks. It's getting late and you and Vase should be heading home soon. Then you spot it there on a plateau half a click away, glinting in the beam of blue evening sunlight, a unisaur. You pull up to Holocaust. This has particularly beautiful coloring, a pale bluish white, the last rays of sunlight shimmering through the rainbow mane as it paws the ground and sniffs the air. Ooh, let's get close. There we go. Get 24. There we go. 1 star. +2 to animals, yay! Vase watches you, expecting something bad to happen. You approach it very slowly, pausing a few minutes at a time for it to get used to your scent. It takes almost an hour working your way up to the plateau, but when your Sorbow seems to accept you. Capture it! This beautiful wild beast is far from tame, and you wonder if this is the right thing to do, but you know it was Vase's choice. It would just kill, and surely this is more merciful. You have a moment where you look at the eye and see intelligence. Murderous intelligence. But it actually follows you down the slope without any trouble at all. You get a sense that it's chosen you, and at least it's curious enough about you to want to learn more about you. You radio Cow to let him know that you're bringing home a new unisaur. A unisaur? No idea that we're going to do with those, but we'll figure it out. It sure looks like it trusts you. Make sure you come by Geoponics to keep a bond up. We could use a hand with other animals, too. Unlock animals. just go home. Combat and 4 animals. Ooh, we're so close on animals. I love animals. We need to work on our toughness. Mid-wet. What do you have to say? Oh, he wants to talk. Sup, dog? Spot Vase running over geoponics and hurried to catch up to him. As you approach, you could smell the crackle of ozone from the plas cutter in the air. Vase is standing in the doorway to a shed, firing at something inside. Stupid sonic moths! You peer into the dim shed. There's a pile of smoking Drobs moth corpses on the ground, and the last one fluttering frantically in a corner, trying to get out. Vase shoves a plas cutter at you and takes a knife out of his belt. Hold the door, Ophelia. I'm gonna get that null shit with my bare hands. Not if I get it first. Oh, he doesn't like that. You with a plas cutter? Okay. What is your malfunction, soldier? You don't fire munition into an occupied space! Oh, heck. It was my kill. Looks like it was mine. I'm gonna make you regret what you said. Fuck you. I'll give you a cake, though. If you like that. I'm such an asshole. I'm gonna end up with nobody. It's okay. Sometimes love isn't just in the cards for me. He doesn't like me. Here. Happy birthday, you fuck. I want to see my animal. I want to see my animal. What's this giving us? Animals and empathy. And the animals. Hey, Ophelia. I heard you're gonna help out with animals. Get it? Heard? Whew. Do you know I learned that one from your dad? Man, he was so funny. Your dad taught me a lot about taking care of animals, and now I get to teach you. That's pretty cool, right? I know they're cute, but these ladies aren't pets. They're livestock, and more than that, they're not really domesticated, like our animals back on Earth. They're more like tame. Until then, we get all these guys. Who do you want to meet? My Unisaur! Yeah, that thing. We're not really sure what to do about it, honestly. People don't really domesticate carnivores on purpose, because you have to raise their prey too, and it takes a lot of food to keep carnivores happy. And you have to keep unisaurs happy. They get really dangerous when they're hungry. Angry. I'm sure it's pretty tough. Maybe the horn can be used for something. Honestly, it's more of a pet than a farm animal. Maybe you could train it to guard the colony. So figure it out. The sugar bugs? Let's get... Oh, I didn't mean it. I don't care what he has to say, because I didn't mean that. Yeah, about that. We need someone to muck on the float cow stables. They might float, but their poop sure doesn't. Have fun. You should probably do something about the Unisaur you captured. It's eating this way through everything, and it doesn't actually produce any food, and the other ranchers are starting to get annoyed by its attitude like it knows something they don't. It's creepy. You figured you may as well try to get it used to taking a ride. If people could ride Unisaurs around, that would be pretty useful, especially when the robots and vehicles start breaking down. You bring it outside, and it stares at you with an eerily intelligent eyes. And as you approach it, the saddle it only shimmies a little as you strap it in its back. You brace yourself and hop on. Unisaur takes off running, ducking and weaving as it tries to throw you off, and you get down low in the saddle and wrap your arms around its neck. The Unisaur is really unusually intelligent animals. You can sense it's trying to figure out how to throw you, or just to make it too comfortable for you to hang on. It slams your body against the wall of the pen, trying to snap your legs. When it doesn't work, it tries rearing your hind legs and reaching back to scratch you with its hands like paws. It tosses its head to try to gouge you with its horn. It's uncomfortable, but it's not strange discomfort. It's not going to let this... And you're not going to let this Unisaur dominate you. You hang on until the Unisaur stops fighting, its great side heaving under your legs. You pat the scaly neck and toss its head like... And it tosses its head like a sigh. You get a sense that you haven't really broken it, more that you just convinced it that you'll be less of a hassle if you just plays along. Successfully convinced her to let you ride her now. Oh yeah, now you can get her to stand still long enough to check. You determine the Unisaur is a female. What do you name her? This is Gigi. Thought you should know. Okay, Gigi it is. Get to work. That was Gigi, guys. She's a particularly good girl. There you go. And now... Wait a minute. I've never been so happy in my life. Look at them. Look at my babies. Tracks in the park. You and Cal walk through the park in a special place set aside for growing ornamental plants from Earth. It's grown from precious seeds bank, preserved for over 20 years aboard the Stratospheric. Before your mother started planting them here in the V, almost nothing here is grown for food, though many of them are technically edible. It's so green here. Wow, it smells so good. Mom worked really hard on this. This park is your mom's legacy. She was the one who brought these flower seeds from Earth and spent the time planting this garden even when there was so much work to do on the farms. She's always seemed such a sensible hard ass, but here's the proof that she had a soft, nostalgic side. You wonder what else you never got the chance to learn from her. It's so peaceful. Kyle breathes in deep, funny smiles on his face. It really is. This is one of my favorite places in the whole colony. You can really feel the love in every plant. One pretty white flower in particular is flourishing here. The Astrantia, your mother's favorite. It seems to be growing faster than every native plants do, covering the path and bluffs with tiny white stars. You particularly have to push clumps of it aside in some places to make sure you don't crush any. Good thing it's so beautiful. I want the glow. I have friends. This will be our first glow with Mars as our captain. So we're gonna have to wait till next episode to see how that goes. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. You have a wonderful day.